what's good, people? We should be live now. Just let us know if you can hear us in the stream. Cool. We are live. Yes, we're good to go. What's up, people? Welcome back to the Peer Pressure Podcast weekly live show discussing all the essentials in FPL. This time ahead of Gameweek 27, joined by my two co-hosts. First with OR number 2 in Sun Dream Team because of Anthony Gordon 2 double brace. How are we doing, Stocky?
No. That's not that's not the reason.
Why? What's the reason?
Because Mamouche scored a goal.
Oh yeah.
That was onside and it was given offside. If that goal counted, I would be number 1 still.
PGMOL is an absolute disgrace, man. It's a disgrace. It's costing people big time. We're also joined by King Kayman. How are we doing, Kayman? How you doing this week?
Assalamu alaikum, bro. Ramadan Barak, guys. And I'm good, bro. Alhamdulillah, Ramadan started and I'm feeling great, bro. Yeah.
Excellent. We got a lot to dive into today. But before we do head into everything, just a reminder, we do offer our Peer Pressure Plus Patreon. Had a new member recently as well, where you can get personalized team advice from us, exclusive graphics and analysis on FPL weekly, and much more. And you can get into all of our exclusive group chats across social media. So do check that out. It's the first link in the video description. Make sure you subscribe to Kayman's YouTube channel and follow Stark on Twitter. We'll just start with a quick availability report. Few suspensions to note. Potts and Bezoat got suspended in the FA Cup recently, and O'Brien obviously will be missing a match after picking up a red. In terms of injuries, we have heard today that from Ani Slot, Frimpong's back, should be back 28. They're targeting Gameweek 28 return. And in terms of leads, they do have Stroik and Anton Stach back fit, which is really good for them. And then stock, we have Cucurella. Any news on that?
3 to 4 weeks.
3 to 4 weeks on Cucurella. I believe it was a hamstring strain, and then Kayman, Harry Maguire went off injured against West Ham.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a big miss, bro. I don't think Delit is back, is he?
No.
So it's going to be a big miss. Yeah. I mean, we're on a very good run. Let's just hope, we can survive up until he's back or Delit is back. We're going to be suffering defensively now.
Yeah, I think there is a chance that he could make the game. We'll just have to see. We'll see the news tomorrow and see what's popping off. But the first thing I wanted to discuss was actually just a Ramadan, actually. And I'll let Kayman start this off. I've compiled the list of all of the current Muslim players actively playing in the Premier League. And just because it is a factor to consider for some of the players that you do own, Kayman, why don't you take us away here?
Well, first and foremost, THIAGO is Muslim. I didn't know that. That's a skill issue on my part. And Bimo as well. Hey, that's sick. That's sick. In terms of Ramadan, there were some studies done. I looked at it last year, I think, when Salah was on that run, and people were talking about, whether to keep Salah for the Ramadan stretch or not. Because looking at historical trends, which we'll also look at on this pod as well, he does tend to, his performance does tend to dip downwards or trend downwards come Ramadan. But that's just, I think, is in one particular case potentially. But the studies that I looked at, and when it looks at the broader, athletes in all type of sports, whether it be football, basketball, and other sports, there isn't anything to suggest that the performance actually, decreases. Rather, some of them actually helps them. A good example would be Kyrie Irving, who was playing while fasting when he was playing for the Brooklyn Nets, and his numbers were very, very good. And in terms of football, I mean, I could give only quite a few good examples. For example, you had Sadio Mane when he was playing for Liverpool. He was pretty good himself. Mesut Ozil was well for Arsenal. He done very well. But yeah, there are good examples. There are also examples where, in the case of Salah, for example, his performance does go down. But yeah, there's nothing concrete to suggest that it does have a significant impact. But I do think definitely will have some sort of impact, whether it's negative or positive, considering the fact that your human body does need to adapt to it when you're changing a routine, going from being able to have snacks or drinks whenever you want, especially if you're an athlete running for 90 plus minutes a game. It will definitely have some sort of impact. One thing I will say though, this year, especially in the UK, the duration of a fast is much more shorter compared to other years. So for example, we break our fast, we start fast, we have a suhoor, which is we are around, say, early morning, around 5:30 is they are done. So that around 5:30 is the latest you can eat. and then we break our fast is around 5:30 p.m. So 5:30 to 5:30. So let's just say that the fast is around, you're looking at 10 hours or less. So in other years we've fasted for 14, 15 hours. So it is a bit more lesser duration this year, I'd say. So that's something that you can also consider.
So last season, I believe only one or maybe two, I think it was only one game week that fell during the duration of Ramadan. This season, it's actually it's all the way up till game week 31, I believe, right, Kayman? Is it March 19th? So it's quite a long, it's quite, there's going to be quite a lot of fixtures for some of these players to be playing. We'll move into Salah, because not to mention, listen, we'll go to the fixture ticker later and we can discuss in terms of what we think the potential is of Liverpool players. But in terms of his numbers during Ramadan, they are pretty strong. He's only had 3 blanks in 14 games during Ramadan. And if you look at all of the early starts, I'm basically saying before 5:30 or before, where he can't break his fast, what are his numbers like? And then all of the starts during the evening, so 7 p.m. onwards. You can see that there's 2 explosive holes. Yes, there's not many games in the evening where he started, but when he has, he's got a 3 out of 4 return rate. And that 1 pointer against Sheffield was an early sub back 2 seasons ago under Jurgen Klopp. So his numbers are actually really, really solid. And maybe that's something that Kayman was saying. I don't know whether it's, players feel closer to their religion, but his numbers are quite solid, Mo Salah. So I don't think it's that big of an impact. What do you guys think?
Go on, Stark. I've already given my thoughts on it. Go on, Stark.
The thing, I think the biggest part of it for me scientifically would be you can't drink water even, right?
Yeah, you can't. No, while you're fasting. So
yeah, so like that would be just the biggest concern. It's not so much the eating, because you don't eat for a match, you eat well in advance. But the no drinking water, like I can't even imagine how difficult it must be running, because the Premier League is so physical, high intensity. I can't imagine trying to recover at half time with nothing. Like not even a halftime orange, not even like, are they allowed to splash their face with water?
Yeah, they are. Yes, they are allowed to splash their face. Yeah, they can pour water on their
Bro's
body.
gonna be,
Yeah.
Bro's gonna have to refrain from sticking his tongue out and catching one of them drops.
I think, Stark, I think the toughest position is the midfield position. So someone like Caicedo, or someone like I Grab, for example. I don't know if Grab is Muslim or not, but if you're playing that position, that is the most physically demanding position you could play, in the Premier League. So I can imagine what Stark is saying. If you're playing that type of position, it's going to be really tough. But I feel like if you're like someone like Salah, you could kind of cheat on the wing, right? I mean,
Does it every week.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the main takeaway I have in terms of, I'm a guy who likes my return trends, patterns, and stuff like that. The main pattern I would highlight is that when Salah is playing those evening matches during Ramadan, it seems that he has a bigger explosive potential than when he's fasting and the game's on. So just keep that in mind. Game week 29 is a midweek, and it is an evening fixture for him against Wolves, so it's looking quite good.
My question to you, Benji, is because you love your trends and you analyze data a lot. Salah is someone on my mind heavily, whether I sell Palmer or not, because the fixtures, like, would you let these numbers, so do you find these numbers encouraging to bring him in?
I think so. I mean, if I told you that across his entire Premier League career, out of 14 starts during this period for him, he's returned in 11. It's good. Those numbers are good, whatever you want to say. It's only 3 blanks, right? It's a 21% blank rate. So I wouldn't let you put you off, bro. No chance. I think the numbers are good enough.
The significance behind this graphic is Liverpool's fixture swing in 28 looks fantastic. They also play in 31, so a lot of people are going to want to move to Liverpool assets. So,
and that's a good segue into Liverpool assets. We had 2 of our Patreon Q&A questions around Liverpool assets. So I've just done a little collection in terms of, the key players that maybe we'd be looking at, some of the defenders, some of the attackers. Question from IBK and Babanks. Why don't we start with the Babanks' question first? Are Liverpool players, or is a Liverpool player essential, do you think, for this next 5 game week period? Kayman?
No, they're not essential. But I just think the reason why is obviously that was a quick answer. I was just, by the way, I was just checking something before I do get to that question before, because I might forget my train of thought and what I just looked up. So I looked up the kickoff time for those fixtures. By the way, to go back to your question, Stark, regarding whether if you ask, I know you asked Benji, but I want to give my input if that's all right as well. If you look at the next 4 games, from game week 27 to game week 31, except for game week 29, as Ben just said, versus Wolves, that's the only one is after we break our fast, is at 8 p.m. The rest of them are either the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or I think it's like 3:30. I think it's around those time. So he still will be fasting during that time. And if you go back to that trend, Benjay, as you said, when he's actually fasting, his numbers are not great.
Yeah.
Right?
So all the early
Yeah, right.
starts,
So
he's only had one
yeah,
game where he's gotten more than one GA. And that game, if you guys remember, we captained Palmer. He got the 2 penalties. You remember that game, Southampton
yeah,
at home in the
yeah,
towers?
yeah,
He
yeah,
played
yeah, yeah.
bad. He got the 2 pens and he
Yeah, and
bagged them.
yeah, I'll be honest with you. The reason why I think people did take him on was the Ramadan factor as well, Stark. And I remember I came on space and I was, I was saying some things that I shouldn't probably say to you guys, but you guys were looking at the numbers and they were not great, and you guys chose to go with Palmer. And if I remember correctly, Palmer also missed the penalty as well, right? Or
Yeah.
was that not the case? So yeah, so it was a mad swing that week. But yeah, now regardless, just to get back to the question, Stark. So he is fasting out of the next 4, out of the 3 games at least, while he's playing, and only one of them is in the evening, which is the Wolves fixture 29. So that's something that I want to add. And regarding the IBK's question, if you don't mind, Benji, what's the question again?
Rank the best. Well, we're gonna rank them, but Banks' question first. Essential.
Liverpool are essential. I don't think they're essential because the goals are going to be so spread out. There will be Soboslai's. Soboslai will get some goals. Salah will get some. Ekitike, Verts, and Gakpo. It's not like last year where Salah was getting like 60% of the goal share. Right? It's more spread this year. So one week it may be that Ekitike that banks, another week it could be Verts. So I don't think there will be one particular player that will just be smashing every week.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're essential personally. I think they're nice. It's good to have and target the fixtures, but I don't think they're essential. No.
Stock?
Essential, man. That's such like a what? Why use that word? It's just a wrong phrase question. Essential, no, but I would highly advise most managers to buy Liverpool because I like the fixtures and they play in 31.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. In terms of some of the underlying stats, Ekitike is top for goals. Salah's top for assists. In terms of data, it's Salah, Ekitike, Verts, and Gakpo kind of lag behind a bit. In terms of the most creative threat, chances created per 90, Salah's there, and Verts is there. Bonus points, Ekitike, Verts. Currently, obviously, Salah's missed a lot of games. If you look at BPS, which is a baseline bonus, what's their baseline like without them getting any GA? And Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, and Verts are really the standouts there. And this is what I'm saying with Verts. He has a really high ceiling because he's great in the bonus system. If he gets a GA, he's likely picking up 1 to 3. So those are just some things to consider there. In terms of DEFCON, it's going to be Van Dijk, Szoboszlai, and Konate as the picks.
Sorry, why is Verts such a high on BPS? Is it because of the chance creation or what?
Chance creation, successful dribbles, all the things that, for instance, Bruno Fernandes, why he's so potent in the bonus system. These 10s who create chances, they're just going to do better for bonus.
Why doesn't Ekitike do that? Because Ekitike does the same thing as Verts as a striker. When I'm watching from the watching perspective.
From watching, yes, but if you look at chances created per 90, like Verts is creating upwards of basically 2 chances per 90, whereas Ekitike is barely sniffing 1. Well, he's close to sniffing 1, but 1 chance per 90. So there is a difference in terms of what they're creating. And Ekitike has also been missing a few big chances as well. So that
I think you mentioned. I think you forgot to mention one key thing, Benji. I think the reason why Ekitike doesn't get that is because of the fact that he doesn't take any set pieces, whereas Szoboszlai does, and Verts does as well.
Verts doesn't have much share recently.
Does he not occasionally take some corners?
No, not recently. It's been Salah and Szoboszlai.
Yeah, I mean, Verts is someone on my mind, to be honest. He's on my current plan at the moment. Yeah, but let's see. Let's see what we do there.
Cool. So if you had to rank, let's say, the 3 best Liverpool assets from 28 for IBK's question, what would you say?
Ekitike is because he's always going to be an involved in terms of goal threat. But I think for my structure and the team that I have, with the two strikers formation, with Haaland being one of them, the default one, and the other one being a dead spot, and then the THIAGO being just almost close to essential, I think for me the answer would be Wirtz, just because of my structure. But if you had a 3-striker lineup, I'd probably prefer KTK ahead of Wirtz. Yeah.
Stock?
I'm gonna go Salah number 1.
Mm.
I'm gonna go Wirtz number 2, and number 3 I'm going to go. It's a tough one, man. Maybe Van Dijk. The reason why I don't have Ekitike in the top 3 is because Champions League is coming back. Is 27?
Mm-hmm.
No, 20. What game week is the Champions League back? 29.
Yeah, after 29.
Wolves is the midweek, and then it's
Weekend
so
FA
Wolves is the
Cup,
mid.
then next midweek Champions League first round.
Yeah, so like when you're getting to 30, 31, Ekitike's minutes could be managed depending on who they draw, and I just don't want that headache when it comes to it, and I just think there's better alternatives, and I think Wirtz has got more routes to points than Ekitike, so I'd rate Wirtz ahead of Ekitike.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I think Ekitike is a great player, by the way. I think he's a phenomenal player to watch. I've owned him at some points in fantasy games, and he's done well, but just think it's going to come to a point in a couple of game weeks' time where he could be an annoying asset, so I just would rather avoid that and go for the more minutes assured assets.
Yeah, and an additional factor to note is that Ekitike is not really used to the Premier League schedule. We do have a midweek round coming up, and like I showed you before, he is on this list here. So that's another factor for him. Not saying that he can't play all of the minutes, but I'm personally would want to be a bit more pessimistic when I haven't seen him play 90 minutes over this period historically. So that's why I'm saying I'm personally say my rankings would be Salah 1, Wirtz 2, Szoboszlai 3. Just because I think since Liverpool sacked their set piece coach, they've been scoring set pieces. He's got a share. He's good in DEFCON, and he's cheap.
Come on, Benjy. Come on, Benjy. Don't put Stobo ahead of Ekitike. Come on, Benjy. Come on, man.
Bro, Ekitike is an 8.9 million.
The guy's
striker.
playing right back, but the guy's playing right back, bro. Come on, man. What are we doing here?
Guaranteed DCs, bro.
What do you mean guaranteed DC, bro? This game is gone, man. Like, we're talking about a phenomenal player in Ekitike. Come on, man. Ekitike in the top 3, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. IBK, you've heard our opinions. Anything else here on Liverpool, guys, before we move on?
A defense. Stock mentioned something on defense. I think I still want to see more from them. I think West Ham, Forest, even Wolves, they scored against 2 against Arsenal. I don't know. I'm not convinced with the defense yet. I would still think Van Dijk is an avoid until I see a bit more consistency from them defensively. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
The underlying numbers have been quite good.
Yeah, they're currently trending as a top 4 attack in both non-pen XGC, open play XGC. It's only the set pieces where they have kind of struggled to be really in that green category. But based on expected data, they are a very good defense. One of the best this season. In terms of attacking metrics, they're they're top 2, top 3 open play attack. They're starting to climb a little bit the set piece table. But yeah, so a good team, and a team with good fixtures over the next 5. They're sitting top 5. Top 3rd in the fixture ticker, so pretty interesting. Yeah, Salah will be on the menu. Cool. We can move into a few more Discord questions. I'm just gonna answer the first one from Manu. Any news on Haaland's injury? We have seen Haaland pictured in training this week, so he looks good to go. He's fit. He was in training, so no concerns there. The first one from IBK, Rice has this was before the double, obviously. Rice had no GA since Game Week 20, and he only ranked 13th for DEFCONs over the last 5. So according to IBK, he's poor value. I disagree with that. With a 7.6 million budget, which higher ceiling midfielders would you recommend, considering upcoming fixtures and opponents? We can slide into the midfielders here. So, guys looking for Rice replacements. Where would we go, boys? Talk to me.
I don't know why you would need to sell him right now. He's playing Tottenham away, and we've seen that away from home, his DEFCON numbers have been very, very good. He's hit it, almost. I don't know his hit rate away from home, but it's pretty good from what I've seen some of the numbers. Um, Tottenham away, I mean, we don't know. They've got a new manager. They've got also have a lot of injuries. As much as Arsenal have been poor, Rice has still been one of their best players, if not the best, in terms of performance, even without GA. In terms of output, they're still relying on their set pieces to get things done, and Rice does have majority of the set piece share. Not only that, at the bare minimum level, you're getting DEFCON with Tottenham. So I just don't think the exit point is now. I think I'll give him the Tottenham game and then I'll reassess. I mean, our mind could change really quickly if he gets a return versus Tottenham, and all of a sudden we want to hold him up until the blank, because really and truly the fixtures from attacking perspective is not that bad. Chelsea, they're not exactly the beast when it comes to defending set pieces. Brighton as well, and then who else they play? Everton. They've been poor from Everton has also been really poor from defending set pieces this season as well. So Rice could pretty well be a hold up until game week 31. Sorry, 31. Yeah, blank here. He could be easy hold up until 31, but I just think I wouldn't sell him this week. But if I had to, I think Semenyo is there as an alternative from a template pick perspective. From more a differential perspective, you could look at the Brentford mids. A lot of people are excited to go Sade or Dango. I'm not necessarily convinced on either one of them. I still think Rice is a better hold over them. But yeah.
I'll put it this way, right? In the last 3 game weeks, shout out Late Riser from The Wire, big fan of his managerial style. He posted this, right? So Rice in his 3 starts, 0 goals, 1 assist, 19 FPL points. Semenyo, 3 starts, 2 goals, 1 assist, 23 FPL points. So Rice has kept pace with Semenyo with 1 assist and DEFCON, just 4 points shy of Semenyo's total, and Semenyo's had 2 goals, 1 assist. So, and I'm sure Semenyo's probably had a clean sheet point in there, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Point is, if you're moving Rice to a Brentford midfielder, they're gonna have to be required to score maybe 3-4 goals for it to be profitable points wise. I'm not really sure that's going to be the case. I mean, as good as Brentford attack is, do you expect Sade or Dango to score 4 goals, 3 goals? I'm not sure. To echo what Kayman said, I think if you're looking for a punt, I don't think Rice is the one to take on, especially with these away fixtures coming up, because all he needs is 1 assist and
Yep,
DEFCON
that's
to
like a
keep
double
pace.
digit. That's like a double digit return right there.
Yep.
Like he's that's all he needs, just 1 assist.
And
And
I
then he's
think
probably gonna
over the
rack up the
double,
PPS,
he proved why he is an elite pick in terms of, it's a 1-1 draw and he's still picking up a bonus point. Against
Yeah.
Wolves, 2-2 draw, he's picking up 2 bonus points. So he's very strong in the bonus. He's very good in DEFCON. He's the best set piece taker in the league. I don't see the rush to sell this guy, apart from the fact that he has very high ownership. And if that's the situation that you're in, where Rice is high EO, you want to move off of him, why would you be buying Semenyo, who's sitting at 50% TSB? Don't understand it, personally.
Yeah. Do you know what, the Benji? Just want to echo what you said. It does make sense why Rice was on high on BPS, or even when you watch the game. He's dictating the game.
Yeah.
He's creating the chances. He's on all of the set pieces. He's one of the best players, if not the best. So it does make sense, even in draws, why he does tend to get the bonus points as well. And that's not because I own him now, but even prior to me owning him and when he was killing me every week, I understood why he was a good pick and why he was getting all these returns. It made sense. So yeah, Rice is a very good asset, and the reason why I chose to go with him over the third defender is because that's someone that I looked at potentially keeping longer term, meaning as in up into the blank. Sorry, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I think we answered that question from IBK. Another question: when should you move off in-form assets like João Pedro and Cole Palmer? Is it worth holding them given Chelsea's push for a top 5 finish? Stock? You're the Chelsea man.
Oh man,
I'll
the
just
only
move
fixture
into
I
the
don't.
Chelsea fixtures here.
Yeah, I own JP and Palmer. The only fixture I objectively dislike is Arsenal away, personally, for both, like a double up. Because double ups like that, you're looking for prime fixtures where, in Palmer's and JP's case, whenever one of them has scored in the last few game weeks, it's been like a 10-point goal if you've owned both, because they're assisting to each other. I think I'm gonna have to see how the land lies after this game because Liverpool are on the menu, and if you look at the swing and fixtures, it does look like a logical move to move Chelsea to Liverpool. But I quite like keeping Palmer. Newcastle at home in 30, Everton away in 31. I like those fixtures. I think Palmer will play those fixtures, and it's nice to have him as an option for captaincy because the Everton's record at the Hill Dickinson is really poor, and Newcastle are also still in a very attacking team, but with injuries, and they're giving away chances. And I think Palmer will relish that game.
Yeah, and I think
JP, on the other hand, I don't know.
Chelsea's squad size means that 30 game, there's going to be Champions League before and after. Newcastle, let's see who they draw in the next round, but potentially maybe Prem's not even the priority for them. So Palmer could be definitely a top option for captaincy in 30. If you ask me right now, and you can head into the Captaincy Matrix, for 31, Bournemouth away, I think, for me, I've been watching a lot of Bournemouth, and I see Areola kind of changing. He's going a little bit more compact and not going as gung-ho. I don't know if that's that great of a fixture for Bruno. Now, you could captain THIAGO at Leeds. I rate Leeds personally. And Brentford's attack, good but not elite. Then you have the likes of an Aston Villa against West Ham. So if you ask me right now who I would captain, I would probably go for Palmer or Salah. And I'd lean Palmer. I just think Everton are more targetable, really. Kayman?
Only thing I would counter that with is that at home or is that away for Chelsea?
Away.
Okay, away, right? And then Brentford is also back. Wouldn't you say that they're defensively somewhat more compact and better with Branton and Tarkowski as a combination? That's the only thing I would say.
It doesn't really matter for them. It's a new stadium that they've moved to, and this season their form at home is atrocious.
Yeah,
like it's really bad. They have a negative goal difference at home. They've lost 5 games at home.
They're
drawn
14th,
it may be an
14th
advantage
in the league table for home.
In terms of
an
so it might be better for Palmer to play them there. Okay, I agree with what you guys are saying. Then in terms of that, I just want to let you guys know that obviously Brentford is back and he's a solid defender.
Yeah. I think Everton's defensive issues come from their lack of good fullbacks because they're playing O'Brien and Mikolenko out there. And obviously, O'Brien should not be playing as a fullback. He is a centre back. So I think Everton, in terms of personnel, are just missing a few things there. But let's see how they progress over the next few fixtures in terms of targetability. But I still think it's a nice fixture. I think Palmer, like Stock said, maybe you could look to keep Palmer. Let's reassess after 27. But in terms of João Pedro, I think JP's more of a sell considering that, a lot of people have made money on him. The fixtures are turning, and he's one where his minutes could drop down into 70s and 60s, depending on who they pull in the Champions League and other competitions, really. So I would look to probably sell JP. Yeah.
Palmer, the thing with Palmer is he's such a differential. It's just always nice having a talisman for a top 6 club like Chelsea. Our attack's quite good. So you don't have to captain Palmer at 10 million. You can gain from him. Different with Haaland and Salah. You're looking at 14 million.
Yep.
And a lot of EO that comes with Haaland.
I think Palmer is a keep if you're willing to move Rice to a Liverpool mid. Again, I just don't think Liverpool mids or Brentford mid are essential, but I think they're an edge that you can potentially gain. But keeping Palmer is also an edge if you expect him to continue to do well, right?
Yeah, and the thing I like about Chelsea is that Chelsea they're not no bum attack. This is an elite attack in the Premier League, sitting top for non-pen XG, sitting third from open play XG. They've scored 10 plus set pieces this season. This is a team who are an elite attack and have demonstrated that under Rossini already. So I think Palmer is definitely open to be kept.
Yeah. I do have one criticism of Rossini though, Mr. Liam. I have one criticism of him. So far he's shown he's done really well against the mid tables and the bottom feeders. He's completely demolished them as you would expect from a top club like Chelsea. However, when he did go up against Arsenal in the 2-leg, I was not impressed at all. I understand Arsenal are a solid defense, but it's just the type of football he was playing. It wasn't promising. So I do think that with these fixtures that are coming up, the likes of Arsenal away, Villa away, Newcastle, these are top 6 club, essentially top 8 clubs. These are tougher fixtures on paper. How does he approach? Does he go as attacking or does he play more reserved? That's something that we're going to see. We're basically going to find out what kind of manager he is in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
and that's something that will also maybe give me a bit more somewhat concern about keeping Palmer. But yeah.
Makes sense. Another thing I wanted to discuss here, because I think a lot of people are moving midfielders, is where can we gain? Who's the next Chelsea? Who's the next picks to really boost you up the ranks? And I think in terms of opportunity, if we look at the fixture ticker, Bournemouth are sitting right there at the top. And if I look at the midfield, I haven't put Adley in this sheet, but I have put Ryan, who's the new guy they signed. He's got in 90 and 80 minutes in the last two. He's up to 3 returns already. Looks absolutely like a Premier League player. Is there any interest there, Stock? I think he could be really, really good at that price point 5.5 if he's nailed. And that's really the question.
Not for me, no.
Why?
My midfield is solid as a rock. I wouldn't sell any of them for Ryan. It's not happening. I'm in a unique position. I don't have Haaland.
Yeah.
I have a lot of money invested in my midfield. My cheapest midfielder is Declan Rice.
I'll answer that. For someone who's obviously potentially looking at the midfield market, and my midfield is not as solid as a rock as Starks is. No, the straight answer is no, because Tavernier could be back anytime soon, and the minute Tavernier is back, he's a better option by far at that price point, not just from Bournemouth, from any team in the whole league, essentially, at that price. I think it's 5.3 or 4. So when he's back, I would probably want to go back there instead of Ryan, for example.
Okay, that's fair enough. We'll continue on this this talking point in terms of where can we gain. I'll just show you quickly what the template team was for this week in terms of EO. Once again, it's looking
that Kayman's team.
Yeah,
that Kayman's team. Yeah,
looking very similar, very similar. Haaland. Look at that midfield; it's almost the same, man. Crazy.
My God.
Where I think there's quite a few picks I think look to take on.
JP's a myth. Bro, we need to dispel this JP myth. I don't see anyone with JP. I can count on my hands JP owners, but yet he's got this EO. Like, are these AFK players from game week 1? Like, what is this?
Yeah, I'll tell you what the JP thing is, right, Benjy? Sorry, Stock. You know the casuals, like my friends that play football, and they're casual in terms of they just watch the game, but they're not into FPL like that. They look at JP and Palmer as a combination, and they just think these guys are just ridiculous. So from the ITIS perspective, those type of managers are just getting JP without look at the rotation. Remember the week when the entry point was West Ham, right? A lot of the casual friends of mine were asking me, I like JP, I want to get him in. And I told them, don't. I literally said, don't, because he's going to get benched versus West Ham, which were right. And then because when he bagged off the bench, they were saying, you're at hell, I'm never asking you for help again. That's you know what I mean? And they got him in straight after. Do you know what I mean? So I think those type of people, like the casuals, tend to more gravitate towards JP because they don't really care about the X minutes or whatever. But they engage managers on X, they look at everything and they overthink it. And that's why they don't own him. Just like the reason why they don't have Palmer.
I think a lot of people watched JP under a senior and saw that Napoli. I think for me, where I saw the big JP rush after Napoli when he scored outside the box, that from like with his weak foot, top bins, like, sometimes you just feel a player is just he's hitting some kind of form, and I think these more less engaged managers went there instead of the engaged, and all the engaged are sitting there with their THIAGO 4 blanks, Ekatike 4 blanks, both of them 4 blanks in the last 5. And JP's hold every week.
Because engaged managers were investing into bitcoins, like they were investing THIAGO as a bitcoin, thinking, I don't want to sell him to buy him back. They were thinking all this stuff. As the casual, they said, oh hell no, THIAGO's got tough fixtures. He blanked 2 games. Bye bye. JP, come for 3 weeks. I don't care. I don't care about the blanks. I don't care about nothing. Bring him in now. I don't care. And they enjoyed the points, man. Sometimes those moves work out. So
that brace against Napoli was that goal on his weak foot, man. I can't lie, I bought him in that week. When I saw that brace, I said, yeah, I'm here, my boy.
It's happened to me before. I remember last season for me, it was Isak against Arsenal. Gordon whipped in across on the right, and he just went bang, like one header. I saw that. I brought him in the next week. He went on like a 7-8 game goal scoring streak. So sometimes when you see something, you just gotta jump on it, and it can work out. I guess that moves us into the forward market, and me and Stock were talking about gains earlier today, and I'm a little bit in terms of THIAGO. is this guy really, I've heard a lot of content creators say he's essential almost for this period. I think the fixtures aren't that easy. Don't think they're that easy.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what fixtures you're seeing. What fixtures are you seeing, mate?
Well, I don't understand how the fixtures are not that easy. Wait, hold on a second. Which one is an easy, Benjy? Please tell me.
Okay, so
Elaborate.
I don't think. Okay, I'll go to the fixture ticker here. You can see Brentford are there in
Which one's
6th. Yeah. Okay, I think Brighton and Burnley are good fixtures. Okay. I think
okay?
Bournemouth and Leeds are overrated. I think they're overrated. I think they're not that good of a fixtures because those two teams are good home teams. So then if I look at
You've just skipped Wolves. You've just skipped Wolves
yeah,
at home.
I'm
Why
coming
are
to
you skipping
Wolves. I'm
Wolves at home?
coming to Wolves. Let me come
No,
to
no, no,
Wolves,
no.
bro.
Go in order, bro. Go in chronological order, mate.
Okay.
Don't be skipping fixtures.
Brighton's
narrative.
decent. It's decent, but I'll take Bowen against Bournemouth. Like I'll take it. Burnley.
No, but that's
Okay,
not the question. That's
wait.
not the question.
No,
That's not the question. Don't talk about Bowen.
Kayman. He said Bournemouth isn't that good, and then he went, "I'll take him on with Bowen versus
Wait.
Bournemouth."
Let me
Oh my
explain.
What's he
God, you're
talking
right.
about, bro?
You're
What's he
right.
talking
He just
about?
keeps
Chill.
copying.
First off, I already
What
said
in
this.
about Benjy? No,
I said
we're
this
not
last
chilling.
pod. I'm a big believer in home and away splits, which is why I bought Declan Rice for 3 away games in a row. Okay, Bournemouth away versus Bournemouth at home are a completely different situation, right? That's my belief, and I think that's fair to say. So, and that's the same with Leeds. I think Leeds are a tougher fixture when it's at Ellen Road than when if
Okay,
Brentford were
all
to be
right. I'll
playing at
give you.
home.
You know what? For the sake of argument, I'll give you Bournemouth away is a tough, right? So name me Brighton at home, Burnley away, Bournemouth away is tough. Wolves away or home doesn't matter. They're rubbish. Leeds is that at home or away?
Away.
Away. That's a bit tough as well. To be fair. Look, I somewhat see what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm getting 3 promoted teams, 1 relegation team. It's not bad, bro. It's not bad.
No, it's still a good run, but what I'm saying is people are acting as if he's essential. Do you guys actually think you need him for this run?
I think the essential comes from this perspective. If you want to gain, okay, if you don't want to lose out to the field and your goal is to get as good a rank as possible, you're going to be taking on an asset who has over 50% EO with pens and 90 minutes against fixtures that are good. So if you're going to need him to blank every game for you to not lose out to the field. So in that sense, I would argue he is essential because if I outweigh the risk versus reward, I just don't think it's worth taking him on. So therefore, I'd say he's
Kayman, do you
essential.
share that belief?
In regards to him being essential, the essential is a tough word, man. I think you can take him on by going to another asset, but I think he's close to essential though. I'm not comfortable using that term very often. There are very few players that I like to use that term for, and that includes Gabriel and potentially Haaland to an extent. But other than that, I think anyone else can be taken on. But THIAGO is just at that price point. I just think it's no need to take him on. I think he's close to being essential. But I think I share what stuff. Yeah.
There aren't that many good strikers in the game. So
Yeah.
who you
Anyways,
taking him on with?
exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
No, I'm open to keeping
Makes him-
Bowen throughout until like 32.
Yeah, that's a skill issue. Sorry, I'm sorry to say that's a skill issue.
All right,
Yeah,
bro.
I'll kill a spade right now. That's a skill issue, bro.
Fair enough.
Loki, I'm looking to sell Bowen this week personally. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a skill issue. You're selling it for Bournemouth at home,
Yeah.
bro. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah.
Come
bro,
on,
yeah,
man.
Bro, yeah.
Okay,
bro.
so anyways, just to round off,
Yeah.
Thiago's a top striker pick. I don't like basically anyone else in the market, really. Like, genuinely, there's nowhere else to go. I think Ekitike, you could go there, but then again, I know guys like FPL Fran, for instance, he's looking to sell him this week for Thiago to move off before his minutes go bad. So, yeah, I'm good, man. There's not many good strikers, genuinely. That's why I'm thinking maybe let's see how JP goes, because could keep him. You could keep him. 18 returns, by the way.
You're just basically keeping all the strikers for the sake of it, just because you don't want to get Thiago for whatever reason.
Yeah, the thing with Bowen that I like is I believe he has the best routes to points out of the entire striker market. In terms of he's actually taking corners now. He's on the penalties. He has DEFCON. And yeah, and he's great in the bonus. So maybe his underlyings aren't as good. But when I add all those 4 things together, no other striker in the entire game can offer me that. on top of his excellent minutes and availability. That's why I'm open to keeping him. You're muted, by the way, Kay.
So can you go back to the fixtures, please, for Bowen? Sorry, for West Ham. Sorry.
Yeah.
Where is
Fixtures
West Ham?
aren't great.
Where is West Ham ranked, please? And tell me where they're ranked.
They're bottom of the fixture taker over the next 5.
Okay, so are you saying Bowen is Bowen is that good? The fixture doesn't matter when it comes to picking him. Is that what you're telling me?
I think he is. I wouldn't say he's fully fixture proof, but I think he can return in big games. And with his DEFCON numbers, he can tick along really nicely.
I
We're
don't
buying a
understand
striker
in
for
what
DEFCON,
world.
eh? This is the
That's
world we live
basically
in,
what you're
Kayman.
saying. That's
We're
what
buying
you're basically saying.
strikers for DEFCON.
For DEFCON. Yeah, I think I'm gonna retire from FPL next season, bro. I'm hearing there's rumors in
Benjy,
the street that apparently they're trying to increase the DEFCON from 2 to 4. So yeah, that's when I'm gonna hang up the boots, lads. It's over.
your son, Kayman, son,
Yeah.
dream team. We're welcoming you in
Yeah, I'll be
open
there, bro.
arms, bro.
I'll be there, bro. I'll be there.
We're welcoming you in open arms, bro.
I'll
Okay.
be there, bro.
Proper game.
Yeah, we'll talk more
Kayman,
about Bowen
no,
for
Benjy.
me.
Benjy, why don't you just buy invest more money into defense and play 5 at the back if you want DEFCON?
No, I don't believe in 5 in the back.
But Bowen's basically a defender.
Oh, come on, bro.
No,
Bro, you're
Put some
playing-
respect
you're
on his
playing-
name, man.
Well, that's
playing a bit-
chill.
No, but I'm
Stock is
using
going
Benji's
mad.
logic. I'm using Benji's logic for the next few fixtures. You said I think he'll tick along nicely with DEFCON. That's what you said. So why not invest in a defender and gain clean sheets?
Yeah, but I already have bro, no strikers can do DEFCON. Like, no, bro, there's no strikers in the game that can do DEFCON. Only Bowen. He's the only one who can actually do it.
Benjy, I just want to get you on record. You're saying you're going to take on THIAGO. Are you 100% certain?
No, I'm not 100%, but
There we
I'm
go. Dan, we're
open
just
to
waffling.
it.
Let's move on. You're going to get THIAGO.
Oh,
Move on. Let's go.
okay.
You're not. You're
Fine,
going to get
whatever.
THIAGO. Let's just move on. I'm not entertaining this.
Whatever.
Let's go.
Okay, we'll move into defenders. To buy, I think people will be looking at Liverpool, Virgil, like we discussed. Virgil, Kirkes, Konate, a few options there. For me, I think the most interesting market is below 5 million. I think there's a lot of great value picks. Joachim Andersen, number 1 from Fulham. He would be my top pick just because I think Fulham's next 5 fixtures are fantastic. If you're looking more long-term, then I think somebody maybe a Brentford defender would be the best for someone like Stock. Maybe he's already wildcarded, looking for a longer-term perspective. I think maybe a Coyote or a Van den Berg could do really well. Stock?
Yeah, do you know what? I mean, a lot of people might have this dilemma. Like Timber, he's underwhelming. He costs a lot of money. He's just at the moment he just looks to be clean sheets, right? I think I can't recall the last attack in return haul he's had. I think it was game week 2 or something, 20 points. So, is it worth investing less money and playing the meta more efficiently? Have a DEFCON defender, like a Brentford defender. My issue with the Brentford defense is that they've 3 centre backs, and I don't know which one's nailed. I just find that frustrating. Like Collins is their captain, and he's getting benched.
Yeah. It's frustrating, and that's why maybe potentially if you just want a long-term guy and you're going to be in the team, your boy, the long throws, engaged to his a baby, what was it? Gender reveal with the long throw at the G-Tech, bro. That was hilarious.
I was there on Coyote last year with the long throws. Remember the watch-alongs with Meerkat?
Yeah, I remember, bro. He was celebrating every time the guy was taking a long throw. It was hilarious, bro.
Mate, for the record, we can't let Coyote. We can't let Arteta get his hands on Coyote.
Yeah.
Then the league really will be over.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's over. You're right. It will be over, bro. If he does sign for them, it will become the biggest anti-football ever.
But thoughts on Timber, guys? Should we keep him or should we
he's a
move
sell.
him on?
He's a sell.
We're not actually getting what we're paying for. And
He's a sell, but I don't have enough transfers, bro. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Stock. Yeah, I think he's a sell stock, and I haven't said that the whole season, Stock. I've been on the camp of keeping him for a while, and I've vouched for him. I've said things like, he's sealing his day, he's been unlucky, etc. Numbers, data, whatever you want to look at. He's Mr. Almost Man. He's almost done it, right? And I think that almost ship has sailed. and he's become a negative asset to my team right now. And I would rather have what you said earlier, Stuck. I'd rather have a DEFCON defender, whether it's a Brentford, whether it's a Fulham defense
Bournemouth.
like Anderson or Bournemouth, whichever, right? I
What
would
about Van
rather
Dijk?
have them.
Van Dijk versus
The,
Timber. That's a lot of debate for people.
but the thing is, all right, I'll ask this: who keeps more clean sheet, Brentford for the next 5 or Liverpool, or Fulham or Liverpool? And honestly, that's the question I want to ask.
For
Because
me,
if Fulham or Brentford can give me more clean sheet / DEFCON compared to a Van Dijk, why am I gonna pay extra 1.5 million for them?
my issue with Van Dijk is that, okay, you need cleans. Why? Because his DEFCON numbers are not as good as a Hill at 4 mil, an Anderson at 4.5, a Senesi at 4.8. If you do not get the cleans and the DEFCON, you're losing out. You're losing on value. So
Yep.
when I have a guy like James Hill who's sitting at 4 million, averaging DEFCON 40% of the time, 47% of the time, and is also a set piece threat for Bournemouth, who, if you look at attacking table, set piece XG, Bournemouth are third. They've scored 12 goals from set pieces. That's excluding penalties. So they are a very good set piece team. And Hill is just great value. So for me, I was thinking about Van Dijk, but then I just thought again, I don't trust that defense. And if they do not provide the clean sheets that you need, you're going to get destroyed by the cheap DEFCON guys. Because I look at Fulham's next 3 home games, I think there's minimum 2 clean sheets. That's just the way I look at it.
So if what you're saying is, if you're looking to move Timber to Van Dijk, before you make that move, you should then look at, okay, is Van Dijk better value for money than a Brentford defender?
Yeah,
Then
and the
the
Fulham
argument.
defender. And the Fulham defender, sorry, yeah.
See, I
The
already
fixtures are
have
good for both. Okay, fair enough.
Joaquin Anderson.
Okay,
So
for me, I
for
don't
me,
have
I'm really
it.
looking at I'm looking at the Brentford defender and I'm thinking, man, I don't know which one's nailed, and honestly, that's so frustrating. I
Yeah.
wish there was just one of the centre backs who was nailed.
And that's
Yeah,
why I've
that's a good
included
point.
Coyote,
Yeah.
because if you just want a guy who you know is going to start, he's there, right? He's there, but his attacking metrics are not great. And from long throws, I mean, we saw it against Arsenal. The long throwers don't mean anything. You want to get a guy in the box to score, right?
Do you have a City defender? Sorry, Stark. Do you have a City defender or not? Or they're blank? Sorry,
He does. He has Donnarumma.
My bad.
I've got Donnarumma, so I can carry him through the blank. But I must admit, Mark Yehi at 5.2 mil is I think he's a phenomenal asset.
Yeah, now they're gonna be on a momentum with Ruben Diaz back and even Kostanov. These guys, they're good, man. They're gonna be on a run right now.
Just go on FootMob. Just look at Mark Yehi's matches for Man City. He's averaging a shot a game. In some games, he's had 2 shots. He's getting his head on the ball again for them.
Yeah.
He even
scored in the midweek, right? He scored in the midweek, right?
And he's hit DEFCON twice since he's joined them.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's a beast, bro. He's a beast.
I genuinely think that this guy should be at 6 mil. Sorry, Gavardio was priced at 6 mil. If you're telling me I'm getting City starting left center back, target on set pieces, 5.2 million. If you guys have the free transfers available to go there and sit on him, I would do it, because I just think it's a huge opportunity.
No, but I wouldn't buy him now because of the blank, though. You don't want to be buying.
But that's what I'm saying.
Blank.
The only way I think it's justifiable for people to buy Guehi is if they have the free transfers available to either pivot in and out or hold him through the blank. That's why I said free transfers.
How crazy is it to double up on their defense? Because I think Mark Yehi in isolation is a better asset than Van Dijk and Timber.
Yeah,
so forget the double defense element of things.
He's.
I'm actually really tempted by him at his price, to be honest. It would mean I'd be doubling up on their defense.
I'm really jealous of City defense owners, because I really think the next 4, now obviously Palace will probably be a blank. I think there could be two cleans in the next 4.
Bro, I'm saying 3 clean sheets. Leeds, Forest, and West Ham. I'm seeing 3 clean, bro. I'm seeing 3 clean right there, bro.
No, I don't see 3.
No cap, bro. Bro, I see 3, bro.
Bowen scores, mate. Bowen scores, mate.
All right, okay, no problem.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. But yeah. If you're looking at
what about post blank, bro, for City's fixtures? Because I know it's post like 33 and all that. Arsenal's fixtures are great.
Yeah, I don't have the post fixtures, just because those fixtures will move, so it's hard for me to create a ticker based off that. But City's defensive fixtures, 32 onwards, I think they have Chelsea away, and then they have the double, which is Arsenal at home. So yeah, and then it's Burnley. So listen, it's okay, but if you're gonna go to City defense, it's got to be now. I think you need to catch these games because this is such a good run. I think it's a
that's
great
why I
run for
said.
City.
That's why I said. Benjy, Leeds and Forest and West Ham. I see 3 clean, bro. Personally, bro. I'll give them like 60% chance of clean sheet or something like that. You know.
Yeah, thank
Forest
God you're
attack is
not
horrible.
making the bookies odds, bro, because you'd be losing money.
Okay, bro. All right.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm just joking, bro.
Violation.
All right, bro. Okay.
Cool. Anything else to discuss here? I think do not buy Palace. United I would avoid. If you want Bournemouth, I'd go for Hill. I think he's nailed now. 4 mil, cheap, good asset.
The issue is I have Petrovic already, so I don't want to double up on the defense.
You
That's
still
why
have
I can't
him.
get to Hill.
Yo, how's he
No, bro,
survived, bro?
I don't know how, bro. I don't know how he's doing
That's
my
crazy.
team, bro.
Cool.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, just before we go into captaincy, I have pulled an analytics wildcard 27 for anybody who is wildcarding. Kelleher in net
Kanji FPL is wildcarding.
with Darlow. Is Kanji wildcarding? Interesting.
Yeah, he's wildcarding.
Yeah, well, this looks like his team. Triple Liverpool, Virgil, Szoboszlai, Salah.
Why do you have Ndai in there? Why is Ndai the
This
helmet
isn't
there?
my
Why?
wild card. This is the analytics, bro.
Oh my
Come on,
God.
man. You don't put it on me. This is not what my wild card would be. I wouldn't have Salah this week, but this is what wild card 27 would look like. They think that, go all in, go Haaland plus Salah, go all in on Leeds defense. Really cheap value, gives you some really nice weeks. And yeah, it's a decent wild card, but personally, I would not be wild carding this week if you can hold it. Cool.
Well, I don't know if you want to touch on the whole of the FA Cup fixtures that's been announced. There's a potential for a big double in 33. Well, there's a potential we could have 15 doublers. So that's one of the reasons why I ideally don't want a wild card right now.
Yeah.
Because the way the fixtures have landed in the 5th round of the FA Cup, is it?
Yeah, that's fair. We did get a super chat from Babanks. Please help me with my benching headache, guys. I have to bench one of Mukiele for Fulham at home, O'Reilly for Newcastle at home, or Timber for Spurs away. What do you think, Stock?
I will not be benching O'Reilly. Oh hell no! Oh hell no! He's playing out of position, attacking midfield. He's got a chance to get a GA almost every game. Not just because he scored last week. Even things I saw the week before where he didn't get any GA, he looked really good. I started him versus Fulham. I'm looking to start him against versus Newcastle. I think clean sheet is a bonus. He's got a very good chance of a GA in any game now if he's playing in that position.
Okay.
So you bench one of those players.
Yeah.
If I had to bench one of those players, I'd probably bench Mukiele or Timber. Gun to my head, I would probably bench Mukiele.
I would bench Mukiele as well. Just no Jaka and potentially no Alderete. We'll see what team news is tomorrow. But yeah, we can discuss that in the Patreon, but thanks. Cool. Into captaincy, boys. What's the first? I mean, I know what you guys are gonna be on. It's gonna be one of these ones. Kayman, do it, Kayman.
No, I'm gonna be on the other side, guys. I have some concerns here.
What?
I'm no longer feeling cold. I'm feeling warm, and I've got my coat on. I might need to put my jumper on. There are some concerns here I'm gonna talk about right now.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to go first. If you guys want to go cook first, you guys. But
You go. No. What's
should.
your concerns? Tell me.
All right. I don't know if you guys remember last year. Liverpool, I think mathematically somewhat they won the league, and then I think there was like 4 or 5 games left in the season, or maybe more. They went to Ibiza, I think, and they were celebrating their essentially league title.
Did he
to celebrate on the beach when they hold on when they didn't even, let alone secure a title, they don't even they're still not likely to get top 4. That's a risk. Why the hell are these fools on the beach, bro? What have you done to deserve this, bro? Just because you're on a hot patch, on a purple patch, you won a couple of games, 4 games, honeymoon phase. You're going to freaking Abu Dhabi to celebrate. This is a fraudulent behavior, bro.
You saw them in the club.
Might become warm all of a sudden, bro. No, bro, this is unacceptable, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah,
sorry, bro.
listen.
But yeah, I'm worried, bro. I'm worried.
Listen,
I'm worried, bro.
I saw the videos and listen, it is a concern. But I actually saw a Rossinier quote today. Stock can comment on this as well. That he said, the players, he's seen their schedule, and he feels as though they needed a break and they deserved a break considering they haven't really got a break. They didn't have a preseason and stuff. So, yeah, I don't know what Stock thinks about that.
I think it's a genius idea to give him a few days holiday in the sun. To just have some time off. We had a hectic schedule. We had 8 days off, and after this game, we've got another 8 days off. It's Burnley at home. We didn't have a midweek fixture. It's not about celebration. It's about managing workload. Hopefully, the players come back rejuvenated and ready to go again. There's going to be a busy end of the season. It's not a celebration. It's a tactical
I don't know, but
holiday.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
For
I don't
anyone
like
who
it.
doesn't understand, there's a video circulating of, Joe Pedro Palmer and Cookery. They were at the club in was it Abu
Yeah.
Dhabi or Dubai? I don't know, I can't remember, but
Dubai or Abu Dhabi is
yeah,
same
they were
places.
they were enjoying themselves. Personally,
Yeah.
listen, I don't want to read too much into it because it's Burnley at the end of the day, and also I think sometimes having a little bit of a refreshment, even I know I'm myself, when I've played football, it's not the highest level obviously, but when I go away and come back into the season, I feel refreshed, like when I go for a holiday. So I think there's also added upside to that, and yeah, it's not too much of
Also it's a
concern.
complete different. It's not in comparison to Liverpool last season. They won the league. Mentally, it's completely different. Like we're fighting on 3 fronts, whereas Liverpool had nothing to play for. So it's completely different.
Bro, Allison was hitting fucking 4 cases of Rona, bro. It's completely different. I promise you, Palmer ain't doing that. Come on. Anyways,
but how
okay.
do you know you're not with them
They were with-
24/7 over there, bro? I don't know,
They
bro.
were
Listen,
they
I'm
were
just saying
they were
that's a
with their
concern.
girlfriends, bro. They went with all their partners. Like, they're not gonna be. It's not the same. Even if when you go out with your girl compared to when you go out with your boys, even that's completely different.
Yeah, I
As
hear
long
it.
as the
But
groin is
I just want to
protected,
say,
I'm all good.
I just want to say, I think Haaland is a very good captain this week. I think I'll be captaining
Ooh.
Cole Palmer, but with that nervousness in the back of my mind, not with that much certainty of that. He's gonna bang a brace or whatever.
Okay, cool. Well, in terms of historicals, Palmer has 2 starts.
Yeah.
Palmer has 2 starts against Burnley home and away. He has 4 GA total, 15-pointer in his breakout season against Burnley. Salah's historicals are absolutely dog shit at Forest. Bruno's are mixed, but obviously Dick. This will be the first time he's played there. That's a Monday 8 p.m. fixture. And Erling Haaland plays Saturday night, 8 p.m. UK time against Newcastle. And he's actually never scored at home to Newcastle. He's only picked up 2 assists in 3 home starts against them in the league. So, a few things to consider.
Benjy, show this man Palmer's record in 3 p.m. kickoffs, man. Show this man his record in 3
He's seen it.
No, I know his record in 3 p.m. kickoff, but not after coming off freaking Abu Dhabi or Dubai holiday.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it will be. I think regardless of outcome, it is a mistake at your rank to not captain Palmer at home against Burnley when he's a
No, I will
massive
captain
difference.
him. I will captain him because of that element of differential, and I'm chasing. But as I said, I do think Haaland is a strong candidate for captains this week. And all things considered, of course, there's also negative towards Haaland. He's coming back with an injury. We don't know how fit he is. I would just wish Cole Palmer, I didn't see all this stuff because I was already locked onto him, right? I'm a bit apprehensive now with the
I was the same, Kayman, but last season
Yeah.
I saw him he at a McDonald's drive-through. People posted the pictures, bro, and then it put me off. He got 2 pens against Tottenham, mate. He dunked on me. So
Yeah.
listen, Palmer's Palmer. I think a bit of fresh time away is good for him. And if you look at the fixture analysis, last 6 and across the season, Burnley by far the best fixture. No, there's no questions. They've conceded 6 pens. It's more than any of these teams. They're 20th for almost every expected stat, even real-time goals conceded, big chances, everything. These guys are the trash of the Prem this season in terms of defense. Last 6, though, it's actually Newcastle have conceded the most in the Prem, 13 goals in the last 6, 11 defensive errors. So I think Haaland's probably a little bit better than Everton, considering we're going to probably go to Everton. We're going to have the majority of possession. It's going to be a deep block from Moyes. He'll look to transition and do his set piece juju as he always does. I think Newcastle are the better fixture. I think Haaland's ready. He's fit. And I think he would probably be my second best option behind Palmer. Would you guys agree with that?
Haaland, yes, Haaland is the second best option. But I'm saying if he's fully fit, he's very good himself. Like he's close. But yeah.
Cool. Yep. In terms of EO, all the big 7 are on Haaland except for our boy FPL Fran. He's only guy with Palmer. Come on. We'll be there. We will be there. Cool. Anything else on captaincy, gents? Or are we good to move on?
Just to clarify, those guys don't. Just to clarify, those guys actually don't even have Palmer. So now you have to understand that if you take that into account, I think if they had Palmer, they would have considered him as well. So
can we look at the captaincy matrix before we move on?
Sure.
Where it's like it shows it. So I don't know. People, maybe I'm just the only one looking at this, but I'm in a position. I don't have Haaland. I don't have Salah. So in 28, I think Liverpool or City are definitely the captaincy. I think you have to pick your poison. Go with either one of them. If you had neither, who would you go for, Salah or Haaland? Considering Haaland blanks in 31.
That is a really tough question.
Breakdown week by week. So let's go with 28, right? Let's say in this world you have Palmer 27 Burnley, right? So then you move to 28. This is the week where you have a few free transfers. You're going to move to one of Salah or Haaland. Leeds away, West Ham at home. What's the better fixture?
West Ham at home.
West Ham at home.
29? 29? Wolves or Forest?
Wolves.
30, Tottenham at home, West Ham.
I can't answer that because we don't. I can't answer that. Yeah, well, depends on what Tottenham we get, right? It depends on the new manager and everything.
Yeah, I mean that is a factor, but I think Romero is also back for that game, so there's a little bit less in terms of set piece threat.
But for now, we will give it to Haaland.
Yeah, I would agree. I'd concede to Haaland that week. However, what I would say is Newcastle at home for Palmer is something you can fall back on if you keep him. And then 31, you've got a fixture on him. So I think there's a
even 32, bro. Look at 32 as well. Even for someone like you, where your landscape's beyond the blank, bro. Fulham at home's a dark blue. It's a dark blue now. They're 18th, 19th.
You're captaining Leeds. You're captaining Bruno Fernandes with 2 Leeds, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Could do.
Yeah, 100. That's a great option.
But yeah, I think for me it's very close, and you're gonna have to. I think you need to look at another performance against Forest and see how Liverpool look once again. Because one thing they've struggled with this season is consistency. So let's hope that, in your case, can they build some of that? Maybe would be the question.
Let me ask you this question then. Would you rather have Salah alone from Liverpool attack, but you captain him, or would you rather have Ekitike plus Verts and have Haaland cap?
Shit. Wait, you have to ask that again.
Haaland.
Ekitike Verts.
It's pretty much. Would you rather have Salah and obviously you've got the armband on him, or would you rather just have Ekitike and Verts and you don't have the armband on any Liverpool asset?
Haaland and Ekitike and Verts for me.
No, but how are you gonna have Haaland, Ekitike, Verts? That's impossible.
It's not impossible. It's quite easy.
You can.
It's quite easy, bro.
But then that means you don't have Palmer then. You can't have Palmer, Haaland, Ekitike, Verts, and Haaland. That's how. And Bruno, how?
Of course you can.
No, there's no way. There's no chance, bro. There's no chance, bro. I have a good team value, and I'm telling you, I can't have. Well, you're telling me you're gonna have Ekitike, Verts, Palmer, Haaland, and Bruno Fernandes.
Wait, Kayman. Just regardless of focus on his question, right? Like if you
focus on the wrong part.
Which one would you prefer?
I'll go for Ekitike, Verts, and Haaland if I can afford that. Yeah.
For me, it comes down to Haaland's minutes. Are they going to drop? It doesn't look like it. If so, maybe they do drop. Who knows? But if you tell me, are you going to have Erling Haaland in a title race? Yes or no? I'll always say yes. If he's fit, and he is. So
has he not been in the title race the last 5 game weeks and when he blanked?
Well, City have been up and down, bro. Up and down. So. But now it's in a position where the title is in their hands. City have the pressure. So let's see how they perform, right? I guess that's the but yeah, I would go Haaland, I think. But let's take another week and see. Let's see Salah against Forest, and we'll see a bit more of Liverpool. Good to have another week. Cool. We'll come into team selections and team reviews. We'll start with the top of the pile this week. Back-to-back 90 points from Mr. Jordan Starkey boy. Team's looking good this week, bro. Look at that team, bro. Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, it's another roll for me. I'll be rolling to 3 free transfers. Palmer captain. It's not even a debate because I don't own a Haaland.
Wow.
I understand Kayman because he has both. It's more difficult. Yeah, man. I like my team. Like I said, next week when I have 3 frees, I'll have a decision with regard to Liverpool. So, I really do rate Verts as a pick. But yeah, I actually don't know what I'm gonna do with Liverpool next week.
Yeah, you were a bit unlucky with that Cash injury, bro. Bit unlucky with that Cash injury. Off the back of Wildcard, but it's a good team, right, Kayman? Very good team. Surprised seeing stock rolling to 3 frees. I thought I would never see it.
Yeah, I just think
He's
one of the things that
cooking,
helped him
man.
is obviously, I think one of the things that helped him is I'm on mute now. I'm on mute. Is the fact that he saw Haaland at a very good time. I think, and obviously being injured and whatnot is also helpful to him. I just think now he needs to make a decision on whether to bring him back or not. I think for him, it might be wiser to bring him back if you ask me. And that's not even just because that's a scared play or playing 10 play or whatever. I just think that's a smart play to do, especially if you can get to a Verts or an Ekatika to cover Liverpool attack. And I think the rest of his team is set up so nicely. I'm jealous of his midfield, if I'm being honest. I'm someone that didn't go on Semenyo. So yeah, jealous of that pick.
Wow.
Sorry, yeah.
That midfield is, I mean, there's not much I'd change there, to be honest. Very good team. It's just Haaland, Salah, and honestly, I can't even give you a recommendation right now. I need to see another week of how both of the premiums perform. Second top of the pile is Kayman, 81 points, another green arrow. He's starting to climb up the rankings. Kay, talk to me.
Yeah, sorry, bro. I mean, yeah, man. I mean, look, it's something that finally I can, bro. I haven't managed to put my rank on my thumbnail all season. It's been that pathetic and embarrassing, to say the least. This is something that finally I can even potentially put in a video on a thumbnail. There's something worthy to show. It's still not respectable enough. I think I need to get into the 100K at least. And that's how I just put myself at a higher standards because I'm an engaged manager compared to 80% of the game, and I should be at a much better rank than where I'm at or I was. The triple captaincy was an absolute flop. Based on the data and everything, and the eye test and everything, all that pointed towards them having potential for a 1 clean sheet at least, and that's a 68 points base that I was working from. And then anything that he gets in the Brentford game, which is not exactly a top 6 club either. I know they've been pretty good at home, etc. But there was a chance he gets DEFCON, which he did, but then unfortunately picked up a yellow. I was looking at a base of 10 points floor. But for them to concede 2 to Wolves and then also concede a goal to Brentford and then for him to get yellow cards, all that combination leading to only 7 points is a failure in my opinion. Um, but that's the risk with captaining a defender. Always, that's what it is. Comes with it. Overall, Palmer has been absolute savior of my season. I couldn't be more happy with everything done so far. And yeah, man, I'm really really happy right now. So and potentially looking to roll this week.
Yeah. Cool. And me finally bottom of the pile for once. Only 80 points for myself, which is okay. I'm okay with it. Really happy with my attack, and it's just I think the thing that's really helped me is structure. I've had a really really good structure, stuck with a 3-5-2, no playing around with back fours, front threes, nothing like that. And I've stuck with my structure. I've gone with roots to points, heavy guys, penalty takers, set piece takers, and def corners, and it's paying dividends. And I am a bit disappointed with the Gabriel TC, but we'll take the 7x3 and we'll move along. This week, I might have a few more issues because Lacroix did head down the tunnel 65th minute today. Not sure if it's an injury or not. We'll find out tomorrow, but potentially could have to make a move. If I do, it'll be a defensive transfer for Joachim Andersen, who I've been pushing in basically all of my content this week. I think he's the best defender to buy over the next few. Bowen's going to stay one more week and potentially looking at a Salah plus Haaland team from Gameweek 28. Sweet.
What? Would you say what? You said what? Hold on, last part. What did you say?
You heard me.
Whoa. No, I did not hear you. Take it back. Rewind. What team did you say you're going to have from 28?
Haaland plus Salah.
How exactly are you going to do that?
Palmer up to Salah, Rice down to 5.0 midfielder or 5.8. Could be Dango, could be somebody else, could be Orion, and Tarkowski down to Joachim Andersen, 1 - 4.
Okay, interesting. Why for a hit?
Captaincy.
What's the reason?
Captaincy.
When are you captaining him exactly?
Game week 29.
Just for 29?
Game week 29, potentially 28, potentially 30.
Oh, you're certain you're gonna do that, right?
I'm
It's
not
around the corner.
certain.
We're talking.
It's like with Palmer. I got Palmer because this is what I
Yeah.
do. When a premium comes into the Captaincy Matrix, I pick him up for good fixtures. It happens.
So just like the hypothetical scenario where you're gonna dodge THIAGO. Now it makes sense. You see stock. Do you know what? I figured it out now. I actually figured it out now. Now I know why he's building that narrative that why THIAGO's fixtures might be as good as it looks on paper is because he doesn't have enough transfers to take out Bowen stock. It's not because he doesn't want to get THIAGO. He doesn't think THIAGO is a good pick. It's because if you prioritize the Salah move, where is he going to get another transfer to do Bowen to THIAGO? He's going to be on a -8. This fraud. This is the problem. I need to calm my cool. I need to cool.
It's a low key a bit disingenuous.
I need to calm myself.
It's agenda driven to justify not being able to climb as opposed to an objective take.
I already said Thiago's the best striker to buy over the next few weeks. What else?
No,
I just think personally, people are acting like he's
compliment.
essential. I don't think he's essential.
Backhand. I get it. Why now you don't?
But that's
think
fair
that.
enough. No, listen. If you don't think someone's essential, then your team will illustrate that your opinion is. So I just don't understand Salah and Haaland. I just think that's I don't think that's an optimal way to play FPL. They cost far too much money, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's true. And I've also looked at like a Haaland to THIAGO and Palmer to Salah, which isn't like don't really need to take the hit. And yeah, it's also a path. And I was listening to Fran. He's actually considering that as well, and he knows Haaland's fit as well, just purely because you get that extra fixture on him. And yeah, I'm open to honestly. I'm not trying to play EO. If I think Salah's gonna do really well, then I'm happy to go there. But I need another week to assess. So yeah.
Let's not forget this fact, right? The reason why I personally sold Haaland, not just because he blanks in 31, but ever since they've signed Semenyo and it was Cherky, Semenyo, Haaland's underlying data significantly dropped off, in my opinion, in terms of big chances. When I'm watching the game, if Semenyo's in a position where he's one-on-one with a fullback, he's going to beat his man and shoot himself. Similar with Cherky. I don't feel like their eyes are up like Savinho or Grealish looking for Haaland. I feel like Semenyo and Cherky can be quite selfish players. I think we've seen that. So who's to say Haaland's gonna all of a sudden improve and go back to scoring braces every game? Because that's what he needs to do at his price point.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. But like you said, I look at the striker market and I just think, who else is there? It's kind of empty. So yeah, that's why I'm sitting on him. Like the original thing we said.
What about your Superman? What about your Superman Bowen, bro? If you really want to keep Bowen, move Haaland to THIAGO and get Salah.
Yeah, that's Salah. Also a path that I'm genuinely considering. Yeah. I'm also considering that path, so we'll have to see.
Let's wrap it up, boys.
Cool. Just quickly, peer pressure team. Stock. Hey. No stock, bro. Hey, don't look away now, bro, because you got blood on your hands, bro.
No, you're right. You're right, Benji. I've got blood on my hands. What a swing.
Oh, this guy, bro.
What a swing, bro. What a swing.
Kayman, get into him, bro.
Bro, you know what I've realized? Stock, Stock satisfies his ego on this team, bro. He uses his peer pressure team to satisfy his ego. I've realized already. So it's literally about, him being whatever he says, it's my way, highway. Which I get it. It's alright.
I'm never getting another veto back again, bro. This
doesn't land on me.
Yeah, basically, Benjy, we're trying to save the ship while it's still sinking, and then Stock is digging more holes.
Oh, it's Stock's
got it. My God.
He's got it.
I've got a decision bank. I've got a decision bank.
What is this?
I have a decision bank, so I don't care. I'm going to use my decision bank. So let's see what he does.
Skylar's going to clip that.
No way, bro. There's no way he's picked up the decision this week. Oh, man. Okay, let me just reload this page real quick. Okay.
I've got a decision as well.
This is the team.
Don't worry.
We have 1.3 million and one free transfer. Let's just fix up the 11. We get
Who bought Esteval? Who bought in Esteval?
Benji.
Okay, that's what I thought. And I'm the one that's sabotaging. Okay. Who wants to captain Ekitike? Right, I'm the one that's sabotaging. Okay.
No. You're not, Kayman. You're not. It's Stock, bro. Okay. It's all Stock's fault. It's all him.
Ekitike couldn't even be an option if certain man didn't bring him in. and lost out on
I did not
Thiago's
bring
5
him in, bro.
goals.
I did not bring him in, bro.
Hey, we'll move.
Okay.
And Thiago blanked 5 games after that. Okay,
What's
no problem.
your decision, boys? Talk to me.
Let's start. Go first.
Stock. 1.4 million in the bank. Can we agree to switch captaincy to Palmer, please?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna use my decision on that.
Okay.
No, we're just agreeing.
Vice captain.
It's not a decision.
Haaland.
We're just agreeing.
Yeah, it's a joint venture. Yeah, so I'll show you what we're looking at. 1 free transfer. Defense 1, 2, 3. Here we can basically play this midfield, and then we can play the front too. So we could roll this week if you wanted to. It's up to you, really.
Yeah, happy to bank my transfer and roll, bro. I'll be real.
Okay. Kayman, anything? Maybe sell
I mean,
Cuckoo?
if you guys wanna, to who? What do you have in mind?
Anyone?
Don't need to. You got Anderson.
Anyone?
But Anderson,
we
stupid
have
transfer. Don't need to.
All right.
Yeah, I think the team is fine this week.
Cool. Easy. No decisions. No fighting. Lovely. We'll wrap it up there. It's been just hit an hour 16. Thank you all for watching. Any final words, gents?
No, best of luck to everyone, man.
Sweet. Okay. Talk to you guys next game week.